Welcome to Orlando, Florida, and the campus of UCF. The Knights are ready to rock an FBC Mortgage Stadium, already bouncing as these fans have been preparing since early this morning. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see, the Coyotes taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Knights will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Coyotes offense is on the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They'd better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Takes it from the gun on third down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Coyotes will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So UCF's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Knights!
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Defense has him pinned back, and listen to this crowd roar. To the ground with the back. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. And the Coyotes come to the line in the hurry-up. On second down, he's looking downfield. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The offense in hurry-up mode.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. He's going to pass on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Coyotes are moving quickly down the field. Quick release by the QB. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Went to the running game on first down, now second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch and knocked down. They have it at the 43, third and short, trying to avoid making a decision on fourth down. They'll try to get it through the air. Feeling some heat. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. And the Coyotes will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner is stopped. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense...
He's off to the races. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Now on second and goal. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF! Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it, a lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got his man. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. On second down, just keeps firing. Caught. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Coyotes in the hurry up. Bully ball on third and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They bring the punter onto the field now. Makes the catch at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Line gets set, first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Fires to the wideout. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to...
All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Knights! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness, getting to the end zone. Nice run.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball play. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And dude, when you got a guy like this that can just hit the gas and go pick up 15-plus yards, what a luxury. How nice is it to have a quarterback like that when I'm a tailback, when I can send the tailback one direction, quarterback the other direction. This guy's just got so much speed.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up.
He lofts one down the sideline. Fires into a world of traffic and it's picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David, the offense. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative.
Looking for a deep man. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, UCF! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking to buy time. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Defense was on to something there. They were sensing screen might be coming up. D-line did a great job staying home, getting close to the running back and tackling him for no gain.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to take off. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And the Coyotes will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Looking to the big tight end. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Got his man quickly. The Coyotes will keep this drive going.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Hand off from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. The official says no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. To the air on first down. Makes his connection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Looking to pass on second down. Hit as he throws. Pass on the way. It's kicked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Line gets set. First down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him today.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Snagged in the middle. It's Beal. They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big gain. And the Coyotes will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Knights.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
The Coyotes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Continuing to churn and move it forward. They're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Now, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And the Coyotes line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. The running back has it. And they don't pick up anything right there, but at least they avoid getting tackled in their own end zone. 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and they must take care of the football. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Fires one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, UCF! And the pummeling has started. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on second down from the 13. They'll run it. Not much there. They'll give him one to the 14. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. They want to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Coyotes send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Boy, I really wasn't expecting a run there. Most teams in that situation look for the quick pass to pick up the first down.
No doubt, because you drop your quarterback, you can throw the ball really quickly, or he can take off and run the football. So a little bit more one-dimensional when you run the football, but if you do it successfully, it works. If nobody says anything, everybody's happy.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. He caught it. Touchdown, Knights. And the stomping has commenced. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he'll bring it back. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to... trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Coyotes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Got his man on the outside. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Wilkerson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's got the back in the middle. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Going up top on 1st down. Going over the top. Wide open. He makes the catch. Got a lot of running room. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
This is what you're looking for.